Welcome back to the Inner Altar. So, today I want to talk about something that has really been circulating my cognitive field. Uh, you know, I think somewhere along the way, we just really stopped living our lives and began documenting them. Like, we constantly have our phones in our hand. We are constantly not in the present moment. Like, we stopped watching sunsets because we're too busy trying to capture them. Okay. We stopped feeling because we're too busy posting. And now listen, before I go any further, I do want to say this. Social media is not evil. Okay. It definitely can be evil. Don't get me wrong, but it's not entirely. It has brought me community and opportunities, and it's connected me with the most incredible people ever. Okay. It's allowed me to share my art and get other eyes out onto it. My massage business, my sound baths, my journey, just everything. I have stronger relationships with people across the country that I have never met before than people that I do here in California that I know in real life. I mean, that is bizarre to me. Social media does play a significant role in our lives today, and I'm grateful for it. But lately, I've been asking myself a question. Am I actually living my life, or am I just creating and curating and capturing it? Hmm, I think so many of us have become addicted to witnessing our own lives through a lens. We eat dinner and take a picture before taking a freaking bite. We go on vacation and spend more time editing videos than actually looking around. Like, what? Come on. We watch our children play through our phone cameras instead of our own eyes. Just let that sink in. Okay, we have this constant pressure to prove we're happy, we're productive, we're healing, we're successful. And honestly, I'm tired. I'm just really fucking tired of it. I'm tired of feeling like every beautiful moment has to become content. And I'm tired of thinking in captions instead of like actual conversations. You know, I'm I'm just I'm tired of reaching for my phone before I reach for myself. Bottom line, that's it. A few weeks ago, I caught myself sitting outside. The girls were laughing. It was so beautiful outside. It was like the perfect day. It was not scorching hot, none of that. The sun was setting. It was like golden hour. It was beautiful. And it was one of those moments that like really truly makes your heart stop for a second. And my first thought, of course, was this is so beautiful. I should film this. And that broke my heart. Like, it should have been just that. This is beautiful. Because somewhere along the way, I forget that some moments are just meant to only belong to us. Some moments don't need to be captured. They don't need validation. They don't need views. They don't need likes. They don't need comments. Some moments just deserve privacy. They just deserve to exist without being consumed. So I realized that the algorithm has kind of been really slowly becoming louder than my intuition, with simple things. Simple things like before I go to pay, I think, will this sell? will somebody like this? I mean, who cares? Or I'll think, oh, what's the best time to upload? Who cares? Just fucking upload it. And that's terrifying. Like, because I just, how can I say this? Art in life and these special moments were never meant to be measured by engagement on social media by hundreds and thousands of people that we truly don't even know or that they know us. Healing was never meant to become content. It wasn't. You don't have to prove anything. I mean, I've spent years doing that, chasing external validation, you know, likes, followers, comments, shares. And still in the end, the satisfaction only lasts for a short minute. And then I'd wonder what would come next, more followers, more engagement, more growth, more. But when we're truly at peace with with ourselves, we don't need more. Less becomes more. And that's just enough. And I think I'm finally learning what enough feels like. Enough is painting without posting it. Enough is taking a walk without headphones and just really looking around and hearing all the sounds. Enough is laughing with my daughters without grabbing my phone to record it. It's watching the sunset with nothing but my own eyes. you know, Listen to the birds instead of notifications. Enough is just being present. So, the older I get, the more I realize that attention and connection are not the same thing. You have 10,000 people and you still feel lonely. I mean, you can have 1,000 thousands of followers and just still feel unseen. The most loneliest people have the highest following. Because, I mean, let's face it. Let's honestly face it. Being watched is not the same thing as being known. I would rather have 5 real conversations than 5 million views. Okay, I'd rather know my neighbors and know my children, know my own body and know my own heart than spend my life trying to freaking convince strangers that I am living well. I mean, let's just be real. I think we're living in a world where everyone is documenting life, but very few people are actually truly experiencing it. We're consuming everyone else's morning routines instead of creating our own. Let's come on, let's face it. We're watching someone hike instead of going outside. I mean, go take a freaking hike yourself. We're watching other people make art instead of painting and doing art ourselves. I mean, I want dirt under my fingernails and paint on my skin and I want to dance in my kitchen and I want to just forget where my phone is. I want to hear my daughters tell me a story without glancing at a screen. I just want to fully be here. Because one day, all of these little moments will become memories. I'm somebody that does usually always have my phone out and I'm taking pictures and recording. And I am capturing a lot of these moments and stuff like I had said in the beginning, some things just don't need to be documented all the time. They just don't. And it is nice to have these memories in a camera roll and be able to go back and look at them. But when you face the reality of it, were you truly present in that moment or were you just focused on capturing that moment? This year has taught me something, that time is truly the only currency we will never get back. Not money, not followers, not success, time. And every hour I spend mindlessly scrolling is an hour I'm not creating. I'm not fully living. I'm not being present. An hour I'm not loving. I'm not healing. I'm not looking into the eyes of the people I love. I can go on. So, with this being said, lately I've been stepping back, not because I don't want any community or connections or friendships, not because I'm quitting, but just I'm choosing my actual life over my digital one. You know, I'm choosing meals that don't get posted or walks that don't get filmed or, just simple things. Paintings that nobody ever sees. Moments that just only belong to me. Because not everything sacred needs a fucking audience. So, and maybe this podcast is different. Maybe this is where I can show up without filters, without trends, without worrying about whether the first 3 seconds are engaging enough, maybe this is where I get to fully be human, where I don't have to edit out the pauses, where I don't have to be aesthetically pleasing, where I don't have to perform healing. I get to just live it and invite you into the process. You know, we're just so consumed by so much information constantly that I think our souls are truly just craving presence. We're craving eye contact, slow mornings, long dinners, campfires, reading a book from beginning to end, taking a walk in nature, real conversations, just the kind where no one is constantly checking their phone, where you lose track of time, where your nervous system can finally just exhale. So, right now, that's the life I'm chasing. Not the loud one, not the overly shared one, because, social media, I'm sure, probably will always be there. And again, it's been a huge part of my life. It's brought me incredible people, incredible connections, opportunities. I can probably go on an episode about how wonderful social media actually truly has been. But right now, with the overload of information that we are getting throughout the world and consuming, it's become daunting. It's wrecking nervous systems. Everyone is just constantly on edge of trying to do, and perform, 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 perform. Constantly in a state of performance. When really we just need a state of presence. So if you're listening to this and you've felt that little tug in your heart, you know, little voice in the head that says, put the phone down, listen to it. Go watch your kids without recording them. If you do pick up your phone, go call your mom, go call your dad, go call your best friend, go sit outside barefoot, touch some grass, go paint, even if it looks horrible, just paint. Go dance, laugh until your stomach hurts. Watch a funny movie. Go watch the sunset without telling anyone about it. So just, become so deeply present in your own life that you forget to prove you're living it. Because maybe the richest life isn't the one everyone sees. Maybe it's the one that only your soul gets to witness. Just take a deep breath, relax your jaw, feel your feet on the earth, look up from your screen. Notice the life happening around you. Welcome back to yourself, and welcome back to your inner altar. Until next time, I'll see you in the next episode.